blinking. In the quiet town of Willow Creek, nestled between dense forests and rolling hills, there was a legend that had been passed down through generations. It was a tale of an old abandoned house on the outskirts of town, where strange occurrences were said to happen. But this was no ordinary haunted house story. This was the story of the eye blinking. Emily had always been fascinated by the supernatural. As a journalist for a local magazine, she was always on the lookout for intriguing stories that would captivate her readers. When she heard about the legend of the old house, she knew she had to investigate. The townsfolk would hush their voices and exchange wary glances whenever the house was mentioned. It was said that anyone who entered the house would experience something terrifying, something that would change them forever. One crisp autumn evening, Emily found herself standing in front of the old house. The moon hung low in the sky, casting eerie shadows on the cracked and weathered walls. The house had once been grand, with tall windows and a grand porch, but now it was a crumbling relic of the past. Emily took a deep breath and stepped inside, her flashlight cutting through the darkness. The interior was musty and filled with the scent of decay. Cobwebs clung to the corners, and the floorboards creaked under her feet. Emily made her way through the dimly lit rooms, her heart pounding in her chest. She had expected to find nothing more than old furniture and dust, but what she found was far more unsettling. In the center of the living room, there was a large mirror. It was an antique piece, with an ornate frame and a surface that seemed to shimmer in the light. Emily approached it cautiously, her flashlight reflecting off the glass. As she looked into the mirror, she saw her own reflection staring back at her, but something was off. Her reflection was blinking rapidly, as if it were trying to send her a message. Emily blinked, thinking it was just her imagination playing tricks on her. But when she opened her eyes again, the reflection was still blinking. It was then that she noticed the eyes in the reflection were not her own. They were cold, lifeless, and filled with malevolent intent. She felt a chill run down her spine as she realized that she was not alone. Suddenly, the room grew colder and the air seemed to thicken. Emily could hear faint whispers echoing around her, but she couldn't make out the words. She turned to leave, but the door had vanished. Panic set in as she realized she was trapped. The mirror seemed to grow larger, and the eyes in the reflection began to move as if they were alive. Emily tried